This is going to go over a way to passively stretch into shoulder extension. I have a green strap that I'm put around the door handle. I would put this probably more so around like a post or anything that's a little bit more sturdy. Typical door handles don't have this hook on here, so they're not going to be as good. But anything you can wrap a strap around behind you, banister, anything like that. And use a dog leash, anything that's not elastic. So I have this yoga strap. And I'm going to start with my arms at my sides, and I want to get in a position where if I get in a staggered stance, when my weight's on my back foot, I don't feel much of anything. I typically play around with hand position. Most people will either go thumbs forward or palms forward. Palms forward is a better stretch, but if it's uncomfortable, I may go thumbs forward. And basically, as I shift my weight off my back foot onto my front foot, I try and make myself come up a little taller as my shoulders are pulled into extension. And I try and make sure as I shift forward, there's no caving forward of my chest. I really feel like I'm pulling my shoulders in a down and back motion, right? So once again, staggered stance, no stretch yet. I start to shift the weight off my back foot onto my front foot. I raise up onto my back toe as my shoulders are pulled into extension. And if I want to get a little bit more, I can kind of shimmy out a little further to make sure I'm getting somewhat of a stretch. Ideally that stretch would be more in the front of my shoulder, front of my bicep or elbow, and then back out of it. The only thing I want to be somewhat careful of is as I'm going into the stretch, I'm not letting my lower back just sag and letting my ribs pop up forward. So as I go into the motion, I try and keep maybe a little bit of tension in my stomach, so as I go forward, my shoulders are pulled into extension, but my lower back doesn't really move, right? My lower back stays pretty still. The higher up this strap is attached, it's going to pull me into more extension, versus if I have this attached somewhere low to the ground, my hands may only get to here. So usually I want to go at least halfway up a doorway, or like I said, if I'm at the bottom of a flight of stairs and I have a railing going up the stairs, I can wrap a strap around there to pull me into that shoulder extension.